Whenever there is a calm period in the video gaming industry, you actually need to expect a new game from THQ Nordic, and this time they actually surprised us with something really good. Originally in 2021, the Jagged Alliance 3 was showed to audience. And you know what? At that point, I wasn't actually sure if we're gonna see a great game. The Harmonist Games, the developer behind the Tropico franchise, had took the helm of this project, and I couldn't help but wonder what would be the most beloved tactical RPG series known to its global resources management, similar to something like XCOM games in the past. All the disappointment that you could have from past games from Jagged Alliance series really come here, but in a way that they actually surprised me. In terms of the game actually runs well. So what is actually Jagged Alliance 3? Before I'll tell you everything I know, after playing this game for almost 68 hours, I would like to ask you, if you're not subscriber of this channel and it's the first video you see ever from us, please do it. Because believe me, it will really help us, and we will try to catch all the new games, all the small games, everything just for you, just here on this channel. So Jagged Alliance 3 transports you players to the fictional country of Grand Chien, seemingly inspired by African settings. The nation falls in a turmoil with a ruthless military leader known as the Major, and he kidnaps the president, among the size of the control of his forbidden army, the Legion. So the president's daughter, desperate to save her father, reaches out to a mercenary organization, providing all the remaining funds and incentives to Assange's, rescuing the president, neutralizing the Major, and driving out the Legion, and restoring the peace in Grand Chien. This is where the player comes into the picture. Will you prove yourself as the capable enough to undertake the daunting mission? So the game politically describes in its old school charm way, when its option ventures into humor, parodying elements, micro and macro politics, mercenaries, marshes, revolution, guerrilla warfare, and everything that you love from the 90s movies. Despite the dire circumstances, Hamilton admirably handles the dark nuances of warfare, instinctively similar to the tempo of the work of the goofy humor seen in Wasteland 3, which was also a great THQ Nordic release. Beyond this compelling narrative, Jagged Alliance 3 boasts the stunning visuals. Believe me when I say this, I never expect a lot from this kind of strategy games, but whenever I see something this good kind of level of performance, and I have to say there is no much bugs, the game runs really smoothly, you will be stunned. And this is once again, like I'm saying you, I'm surprised. And so will be you. There's a lot of cool moments on GIFX or WiFix when something's cool happening and you'll be like, wow. Weather also affects the further enhance of the boss atmosphere and gameplay, adding an extra layer of immersion. One of the game's strongest points is lying in the design of the freedom of the choice. The plethora of the activists are actually available for hiring mercenaries and making decisions for them to determining who lives and dies, resulting in a dynamic experience with unique consequences. Your campaign's trajectory in Jagged Alliance 3 may differ significant from whoever plays it, because you make a lot of different choices. Also, the music in Jagged Alliance 3 is exceptionally. I love it, especially in the combat sequences. The soundtrack is charm, lovely, and is something that you actually might listen when you're walking around the city or you're going for a run. Just don't get guns. It's a joke, obviously. The gameplay in the Jagged Alliance 3 is extremely really defining factor of the player's opinions. So what you want to do is exactly how you want to challenge your experience. The games present really kind of formidable obstacles to overcome, especially in the hard difficulties. The lower difficulty settings, normals for example, demands tactical powerness with more forgiving points available for the most faithful players. In terms of the mechanics, I can say Jagged Alliance 3 closely follows the gameplay of its predecessors, Jagged Alliance 1 and 2. Players assume that the role of commander and recruit mercenaries to the form of navigating Grand Chien. The game combines two main interactive elements of CAT view, where you assume the situation will build with the maps and neutral locations, and tactical view, in isometric overhead perspective, where the battles and interactions are factionally unfold. This is where the graphics opens up, obviously. Combat, which occurs in a turn-based tactical RPG style, requires careful maneuvering over your mercenaries in cover and managing their abilities. A standout feature of Jagged Alliance 3 is diversity of mercenaries available for hire, each with unique specialization and traits, from the rookie to legendary soldiers of fortune who had a lot of missions behind their back. a lot of leadership, mechanical operations, well, kind of medical proficiency. Furthermore, you will develop more and more specialties and personalities that will create the better gameplay. Despite engaging gameplay, it's not really, I would say, challengeable in terms of something that's gonna happen and it's not part of the game. The game can brutally punish you, prompting the players to reload the previous save multiplayers, but this is something that I believe can be fixed. Thankfully, Jagged Alliance offers recommendations of different play styles, forgiving a lot of mistakes that you do, but at the same time making you learn them. As someone who was no really big fan of the previous Jagged Alliance games, I was actually surprised, and I can tell with really big confidence that this is one of my favorite releases so far this year in terms of the tactical RPG games. You can see every step, every decision you make in the game, everything that happens there is gonna be cool. And I'm not really like chatting you now. You're gonna like it. So, what can I say? Guys, get the game, play it, you'll love it. Thank you for watching this video, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.